plastic part.
3 inches of sediment?
Not 3 inches, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, a lot of sediment.
Sometimes you pull it out and it's like caked with.
Yeah, it can change how your heater works. It can give you some false readings, and that was one of the reasons why. If you look at these two units right here, these are since we're going to talk about power vent, I guess I'll stay with the gas valve for right now. We're done with that. I shouldn't have to go back to this. This is a burner and a power vent. So pull your paper out, the little blue paper that says power vent. Yeah, well, it's got
there's blue writing on it.
Blue writing on it.
I don't have that paper.
You don't have that?
Yeah, it's just like that.
Thank you.
Well, you could have this paper.
Okay. All right, now, what's the difference between these two gas valves?
The color.
Color, okay. They're both power vented gas valves. They both have a 2-inch shank, but there still is another difference between the two beside the color.
One automatically lights.
One is a standing and one is, what is that? What is that? Propane?
Okay, glad you said that.
What is that?
Propane, the propane valves, no matter what they are, whether they're standing valve or natural gas, the back is red.
Okay.
Always remember that. They're always red. You won't get fooled. Okay.
Yeah, one of them has like a, what is that? Flammable vapor sensor?
They both use flammable vapor sensors. The silver one, put it in your memory. The silver, not gray. This is residential.
Okay.
The gray one is commercial. Make sure you know that. The other thing is, what is the maximum temperature on a residential gas valve? 140. He said 140.
So it's going to go 135, 140.
You're going with 135, 140. Why don't you know? You know everything else.
Yeah. Went there.
No, I just messed with you.
Too early in the morning.
Too early in the morning. No, look, it's not.
I'm usually still sleeping.
Everybody in the industry, we all have to follow the same rules. A.O. Smith has to do it. Ream has to do it. Residential gas valve maximum temperature is 160.
Okay.
Write it down. Maximum commercial gas valve temperatures throughout the 180. 160, 180. Look at you. He's hating on you, man. 160, 180. This is residential. What does this gas valve go to?
What is this guy?
It's residential. 160. Commercial gas valve, what does it go to? 180. So it was a test. You both passed the test. Okay. Now, these are power vented gas valves. They also will give you a code. When you flip the switch on, the lights blink, and there's a sequence of operation. All of those, on that piece of paper you have, there's a sequence. It tells you all the things you should look for. There's another piece of paper that you have that has the burner, looks just like, not like this one. It's, well, see if you pull this one out, and there's another piece of paper that you should have that looks, these. Right here, these two pieces, pull these out, both of these. They're for the power vented series.
Which one? This one? And
Right. Now,
EV
the
and
one that
UV.
says a time sequence. Somebody give me the time sequence, not up front here, back here, anybody. Run that time sequence by me. Give me the sequence of operation on what we go through. See if you got it right here. Tell me what it
15-second
says.
pre-purge, 90-second trial for ignition.
All right, since you're saying it, he's not. Good, tell him. Say it out loud.
15 seconds pre-purge,
15 seconds pre-purge.
90 seconds trial for ignition,
90 seconds trial.
3
Yeah.
seconds flame stabilization period.
3 seconds flame second. Okay, flame stabilization. Now that means if that doesn't light in 3 seconds, it's gonna lock out. So you don't have a lot of time for it to recognize the flame. So you don't have a lot of gas building up inside. So you don't have a big boom. Continue on. See, I'm from a Baptist church back. That's how they do it.
Yeah, big.
You read the Bible, then you say it. Go ahead.
1.5 seconds, 2 second maximum, 1 second minimum failure, flame failure response time.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of stuff that it didn't say in this paper that you need to understand. One is the flammable vapor sensor is in that safety circuit. It goes through the electronics. When that blower comes on and that signal during pre-purge, it sends a signal through everything, and one of the things is up top is in the blower is a pressure switch. When that pressure switch closes and sends the signal down to the bottom, it also goes through this circuit, and if this doesn't have the right ohm reading, it won't let the water heater light. You'll probably, what does it say, number 7 on that paper is flammable vapor sensor? Is that what it says?
What is number 7?
Is it 6 or 7 on that?
Last one, or second to last.
And what does it say? Well, how many flashes?
Indefinite.
No,
7 flashes.
I just said that. I thought so. He saw it. It's on the paper. I'm trying to get you guys
flashes.
Wait, what are you looking
8.
at?
You got 8 or 7. You,
One flash, 3 seconds.
This one.
I don't got that.
Is it 8
You-
flashes, 1 flash, 3
Thinking about
seconds?
I was looking for it, that's why.
Yeah,
7.
Yeah, it says 8 flashes.
7 flashes, flammable vapor
Thank
sensor
you for
fault.
7 flashes. I said 7 flashes.
Well, 8
8 is out of spec.
Verify resistance
7 flashes
between
means this.
2.0 and
Right.
48.
Now,
Yes.
let me tell you what the
So that's
7
a fault,
flashes
that's out of spec.
is it represents. What it represents is that your sensor is, there's a paper in there, the other one over there. Look over here and see what it says. The flammable sensor rating should be. What is the rating? 3,000. No, over here on this paper you see it. You can circle it.
3.0 to 48.
The 3,000.
3,000. That's 3,000. That's 3K.
Yeah.
3,000 to 48,000. That's a wide range, guys. A wide range. So if this smells anything like flammable vapor, it's going to react to that in a resistance mode. So let me see. Set this down. Set
You
this
gotta
on
take it in
ohms.
kiloohms.
Set it to ohms and give me a reading off both of those sensors.
I said it's a kilo.
Do
Good
what?
for you.
Yeah, I said it's a kilo. That's how I check. That's how you check cat cells too.
All right, we're not checking cats.
Same thing. 48,000 ohms. 48 kilo ohms.
Well, kilo ohms K is thousands anyway. Doesn't
That's what I'm
matter.
saying. It's easier for me.
I just K. Okay, so this is 15,000 ohms. Good or bad?
That's good.
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 You said
Okay.
48.
I'm just trying. I'm not trying to trick you.
Yeah, you pretty much, I mean, we all started at close to that.
You got about 10 minutes.
No.
Whoa. Cocky after 2 days.
No. I'm saying they got about 10 minutes. I gotta still clean up.
Yeah, that's what but I'm just
Well,
saying.
no, I think Pat's saying that he's going to do it for you.
14 on this one, right? The other one was 15. This one's 14. So the flammable vapor resistance. Okay, so I give you a quick rundown on things that happen. Flammable vapor sensors, they sense anything that can explode or burn. I had 2 service calls. One I'm gonna give you real quick. Went to a lady's house. I went there twice. Long story short, twice her daughter had a slumber party. They had the acetone in the basement. It wasn't finished. They had acetone at the slumber party, like 6 girls. The acetone was so strong, the flammable vapor sensor picked it up, shut the water heater off. I had a guy an older guy that had a heater. Another contractor went out, I went out. We kept changing flammable vapor sensors. Long story short, he had these little small, nothing else in his closet, but 6 little round flower pots. Timothy McVeigh, anybody know?
Yes.
What was it? Fertilizer. Fertilizer were in those pots, and it shut the heater down. Yes, sir.
Kitty litter does it too.
Well, kitty litter, if
That's
people
flammable.
don't,
Who invited
well,
this guy?
if people don't change it,
Jump up there, man.
if people don't change it, it can cause you all kinds of problems with heaters. Yeah, I want to get a copy of that sign sheet too. Okay, sir. Now, the other thing is, I'm just trying to give you tips that you go out on a startup, brand new heater's not running. If it doesn't come on right away, don't panic. Double check the plug-ins here. Make sure that these are plugged in. It's really common for them to just wiggle loose in transportation coming down the highway in the back of the truck. So don't panic. Make sure before you go crazy that these are plugged. You plug this into the wall, but it doesn't come on. Push these in tight. That may be all it is. Other thing, on venting. On this water heater, what's crucial on venting is you don't want to put too many 90s You want to use long-term 90s and 45s where you can, and you don't want to go over the extended length. The other thing is also, if the blower comes on but the heater doesn't light, there's no spark. If you take the vent off and it runs, it comes on. Put the vent back on, it goes off. You take the vent off, what's the problem?
The venting issue, right?
It's a venting issue. It's the same as the heater work that you guys do. So a lot of times you get, and then what happens is people will run the vent pipe and it'll be a bow in it. So water will collect in it. If you ever run it through a unconditioned space, you want to pitch it either back to the heater or out away from the heater, but make sure there's no bow in it. There's a little rubber piece that goes on here that a hose can connect to. When you go through a conditioned space, either going straight up or straight across, hook that up with a pigtail, drop it in a French drain or some removable source, some source or place where the water can go. So that's a real common place. The other thing, this has a white label on it. This is made specifically for a particular heater. You'll see some that have a green label, some that have a yellow label. They're not interchangeable. I had a guy in one of the classes like I'm doing like this, and when I told him they're not interchangeable because the top of the water heater has holes in it, and these